we're about to see a big run up before a sell off. Eventually in crypto, they know there's going to be a cycle, but they feel like conditions are ripe right now for Bitcoin and crypto to go higher.
Because of inflation, because of the same reasons that gold is running higher, or because of the lighter regulatory touch, maybe all of those things.
All of those things combined with the fact that you've got this euphoria over AI that to the extent that crypto trades a bit like a speculative tech stock as opposed to a safe haven, that's going to run up as well.
Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. Ryan Huggins here, aka Win with Ryan. And better buckle up right now because a mysterious whale hoarding 100,000 Bitcoin worth billions of dollars suddenly surfaces on hyperliquid dumping positions that could topple the markets and vanish fortunes overnight. Who's behind it? Well, investigators just linked it to a ghost of Bit4X's fallen CEO, a man whose exchange collapse left thousands of people in the dust. The problem, in crypto's wild underbelly, those shadows aren't just trading, they're gambling with your future, pulling strings that turn your portfolio into collateral damage before you even blink. But here's the edge that you need to know right now. So stick with me for today's breakdown, and I'm going to hand you clear plays, spot these traps early, shield your stack, and flip the secret before the next wave hits. We're going to head over to X and find out all the breaking news that's happening in the crypto world right now. We're going to dive deeper into this investigation. Was it Trump's tariff issue, or was there a more deep, sinister situation that actually went on behind the scenes? We're going to head over to Altcoin Pro University and check in on a new post from one of our top analysts, Market Reversal ? We'll head over to Forex Factory and find out all the red folder news that you need to know about this upcoming week. And we're going to talk more about leverage trading. Should you be doing it? Is it gambling? Can you learn from real people on how to do it correctly? And so much more in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day doing crypto research, well, that is what we do for you on this channel every single day. So make sure you subscribe right now. And if you are still feeling bullish about this current bull run, let us know by commenting 777 down below.
We just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below. Get in right now.
First things first, let's check on the overall health of the market today. We are trading at $3.9 trillion total market cap, and that's at 5.36% increase in the last 24 hours. Volume continues to be pretty high over the last several days, $260 billion worth of trading volume in the last 24 hours. Fear and Greed Index has taken a tick up from 31 yesterday to the 40. We are still in the neutral zone. Altcoin Season Index rebounding slightly, 43 out of 100. Yesterday was a 40. Bitcoin dominance continuing to maintain essentially where it's been for the last couple of days. Will it reach 60% again? It's at 58.8 right now. We'll keep you updated. As you saw in the intro of the video, CNBC just reported live that Bitcoin is on the verge of going parabolic. And if you've been paying attention to the markets the last couple of days, it is starting to feel like there might be some movement to the upside. But is it just a trap? We'll take a look later. When it comes to leverage trading, you do need to be very smart. It's super easy to get very greedy, and take a look at this. The market crash that we just experienced gave Whale, OX5D2F, who had been holding a losing Bitcoin short for nearly 5 months. They were in the red. They finally had a chance to break even when they flipped from a $27 million loss into profit. But greed stepped in, and guess what? He didn't close his position fully. As the market rebounded back to the upside, as we've noticed over the last 24 to 48 hours, he's now down over $4.8 million again. His liquidation price is $123,000, 263. So if it continues to pump, he will be wiped out. But some luck may be on his side, because unfortunately, Jim Cramer has come back in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, and he posted out 4 hours ago, we're back, meaning the markets are heading in the right direction. And as you know, Cramer is the worst possible scenario you could ever have happen to you, whether your stocks or in crypto. What he says, the opposite happens. The inverse Kramer is literally an indicator. Are we back? Binance will be compensating users $283 million after 3 crypto assets depegged on Friday. On the world stage, talking about this China scenario, apparently China declined a US phone call after the export controls announcement. And a side note, ADHD moment, but I thought this was really cool because people always tell me I walk real fast. You might be one of those people out there as well. Fast walkers tend to have higher IQ and larger brains than slow walkers. So show me some love. Smash that like button. If you're a fast walker out there, type fast in the comments. Let me know. Let me feel that love. And one of the crypto OGs who's been telling you to buy Bitcoin since it was 20 cents, he says, I've been through many crypto cycles, but this one was brutal. The liquidation was perfectly executed. And yes, I got chasing the rally. Lesson reinforced. Never risk your core Bitcoin. My savings Bitcoin are safe and are still here building. Bitcoin, TSAT for life. And this is one thing I do want to touch on. I know a lot of people are risk takers. You're involved in crypto, but I want you to keep in mind, one of the things that I was taught a long time ago is to have your HODL bag, long-term HODL bag. And when you think market peaks are there, you take profits. And if you are one of those people that is extra risky, you're the degenerate that likes to flip altcoins, meme coins, and NFTs, hold a smaller portion in a separate account altogether to do your leverage trading, maybe a 10% bag or something like that, depending on how big your bag is in general. But if you want to have some play money, risk money, like if you're going to Las Vegas and you're going to go gamble, that amount of money is the type of money that you want to risk when it comes to leverage trading, unless you actually become a professional day trader. Then at that point, obviously you can do a little different. But even professional day traders give this same advice right here. They say every single time you can take a massive profit from your day tradings, push it over into your cold storage and leave it there forever. Now, also breaking on the China announcement, China is saying that it will stand firm against the U.S. tariffs. Now, remember, Donald Trump came out and said, I'm going to put 100% tariffs on all of your items from China. He says, we don't want a tariff war, but we are not afraid of one. And this was actually the last post I mentioned yesterday. The man, the myth, the legend, Jim Cramer, right here said, buy crypto. And just a couple of days later, boom, to the downside. So speaking of leverage trading, I went through this article here because it actually put together a lot of really great things that we have covered over the time. And I just want to reiterate for you. So yesterday's multi-billion-dollar leverage wipeout, traders are licking their wounds today and yesterday, trying to get back in the game, trying to start leverage long again. By the way, there was hundreds of millions of dollars of more leverage longs wiped out in the last 24 hours. So be careful out there. But those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So as we take a look here at the chart, the last 24-hour wrecked positions, $611 million liquidations, $201 million in longs, and $410 million in shorts. And the author of this article says, I'm not your mother, your priest, or Gary Gensler. I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't use 50x leverage gambling on low liquidity altcoins on a centralized crypto exchange because you're a human adult in 2025. You can gamble whatever the hell you care to gamble. Gamble with your money, but don't gamble with your future. He says, I love to speculate on crypto, speculate with what you can afford to lose. Like I said, if you're going to Vegas, you're going to blow it anyway. That amount of money is totally smart, or it's probably totally not smart. I mean, it is kind of cool. Like if you've ever done leverage trading, it's pretty exciting. And if you get a win, it's pretty awesome. And speaking of getting wins, we do have a lot of our community over at Altcoin Pro that does do leverage trading. Here's an example of one of our users having a $233 profit, 46% gain to the upside. This was from 3 days ago. Here we have another one of our members, buy price 42 cents, gained 284% over the last 29 days. And here's another one of our members, long 10x leverage, 50% gain, long 7x, 15% gain, long 5x, 24% gain, long 7x, 20% gain, long 7x, 19% gain. So you can see people are making money doing leverage trading. And whether you believe that CZ was hunting down Wintermute, probably not what actually happened, or Binance technical glitches, probably also didn't happen, but it did, or some Trump associate shorting the market, your guess is as good as mine, or any one of those 1,000 psychological, structural, deliberately evil accelerants that caused this epic $20+ billion meltdown, there is one thing that every explanation has in common. There's not a damn thing you can do about it once it starts. Unfortunately, cascading liquidations will wipe you out if you're sitting on a not even highly leveraged trade. I've seen so many reports coming out, people on 2x leverage were liquidated. Their actual stop losses were put they were put there and they just got swiped right through because it went down so fast. But you know what happened is instead of having that little let's say you have $10,000 total in crypto. Let's say you have $10 million total in crypto, and you would have just put 10% of that, right? So 10% of your total allocation. So 10% of your 10 million, it would have been $1 million. 10% of your 10,000 would have been $1,000. That would have been liquidated, not all of your entire life savings. So don't gamble your life away on crypto. There's just too many reasons, even today, why the market isn't mature enough to handle ridiculous leverage just yet. And yesterday proved it. So he says, I'll leave you with these questions on the table. Should exchanges allow you to gamble everything on a bet that's so risky? Should they be held responsible when their infrastructure shuts you out? Which Binance was held responsible by themselves, and they are paying people back. There's reports that Coinbase is going to be doing the same as well. Should your local regulator have put sensible guardrails in place instead of abdicating their responsibility and refusing to even acknowledge that we live in a different age, that one that spawned from Las Vegas? All those questions aside, the fact that you are still in control of your future, you're not a victim, you have agency, you can decide how much risk that you're willing to take on. But let's dive a little deeper into, was it CZ that took away all this money? Was it this crazy Bit4X CEO that did it? Was it Trump saying we're announcing tariffs on China? Well, the best investigation that I've seen so far does connect back to this Bit4X CEO. And this person on X, Ion Chains, put it together, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So this mysterious person, they actually hold over 100,000 Bitcoin. Recently, he sold $4.23 billion in Bitcoin to acquire Ethereum. And that's the same person behind this 735 million Bitcoin short order placed on the platform. If you remember this one over here, when he did make that giant sell for 4.23 billion, we had that crazy sell-off just back in September. Same scenario, same guy. And what did he do? Well, in August and September, he sold 35,000 Bitcoin to buy Ethereum using both spot and perpetuals via Hyperliquid. In this case, they ended up using a whole bunch of different wallets that were all connected. During the investigation, they found that Irigenesis.eth address reveals that it has a second ENS name as well, and it's GarrettGin.e. Now, they full-on doxed this guy on X, Garrett Gin, who graduated with a degree in economics from Boston University in 2008, began his career, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to go through all of it, but they went into extreme detail because this person was very angry. From 2017 to 20, he served as CEO of Bit4X.com, an exchange that became subject of a scandal back then, accused of falsifying trading volumes. So after the collapse of Bit4X.com, Garrett founded Wave Labs VC in 2020, launching projects such as TanglePay, IOTAB, Groupify. TanglePay is a mobile Chrome wallet for IOTA supporting tokens staking. Garrett is also the founder of HashX.com, an institutional platform for non-custodial ETH staking. All the staked ETH could have been used to onboard questionable funds into the company, continuing a path for crypto controversies that raises doubt without any of his integrity. It is evident that he has not learned from his past frauds. Currently, Garrett still holds 46,000 Bitcoin, so he could literally tank the market again at any moment. These are the wallet addresses connected to him. Not everyone is convinced that this is the actual scenario, though. Crypto analyst Crimpton Frasios expressed skepticism over the claims linking Hyperliquid Whale to Bit4X CEO, arguing that the evidence may be too convenient. Why would you have an .eth name leading to your X handle in a wallet that directly connects to market manipulation wallets and wallets for the crime? Sounds way too simple to be true. So there is still issues out there. What really happened? But connecting this person does show some really, really strange connections to this scenario. It did drop right after this person started putting on these high leverage shorts, also coinciding with Trump's announcement of the tariffs. So it was the perfect storm. Things to look forward to this upcoming week. On Tuesday, Federal Reserve Jerome Powell will be speaking. On Thursday, these are all tentative. We have core PPI, core retail sales, PPI month over month, retail sales, and unemployment claims. Those are tentative, of course. They're based on the government shutdown. As you remember, last week, all of our numbers also were not reported because of the government shutdown. They did just throw some arbitrary numbers out there. Who knows if those are the real numbers? So checking back in on Altcoin Pro University's market reversal summary report here. And just like that, markets are rallying on the rumor. If you guys have not seen the rumor, let's go ahead and find out what is the rumor. Well, Vance talked to Trump about China yesterday. Vance, we appreciate friendship Trump developed with China's Z. Vance, Trump willing to be reasonable to negotiate with China. Trump hopes that U.S. doesn't need to use leverage on China. And then Vance also says, we appreciate the friendship Trump developed with China's Xi. And our market analyst, Solj King, lets us know, be careful as nothing is confirmed yet. But here we are, generally all the bulls sidelined from liquidation. So Max Payne is really up only. Also, slightly worried that everyone piling in as much leverage as possible with whatever dust is left too long. This liquidates the revenge shorters, so just be careful on the leverage. And that was the scenario of today's video, was the leverage. And by the way, if you want to join Altcoin Pro University, there is a link down in the description below. And just so you know, we do have a general discussion forum, market updates that we give out 1 or 2 per day, every single day. Altcoin picks for those of you guys that like altcoins. These aren't meme coins or your rug pulls. These are actual, really researched, positive altcoins that have an upside potential. DeFi yield picks. This is by far the biggest development of my crypto trading life when I learned about DeFi. This is where you can make money in trading sideways markets, and it is phenomenal for up and down markets. But you don't have to risk all your money, and you're not going to be getting liquidated like everyone did just a couple of days ago. Also, we have an airdrop pick scenario. We have crypto news for all of you that like that. And as you saw, post your wins, and our post your wins just go on and on and on and on and on and on. People are winning in our community. We can jump all the way to page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Win after win after win. Join today. Become a winner with us.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes, eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this. And iTrust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.